Hello everybody, welcome back to another new and noteworthy mod review. Today we're going to take a look at the Dry Corn Addon mod. But before that, this video is brought to you by David Sanborn and Bipolar Profit. Thank you for being farm barons. So the Dry Corn Addon mod can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game downloadable content menu, and as of the 1.0 release, this mod is available for all platforms. What this mod does at its heart is introduce two new fill types to the game. One is rather obvious: propane, the ability to transport, buy, and use propane. And two, well, given the name, dried corn. So while the ability to be able to dry your grains has been a very commonly requested mod, this is not going to allow you to dry all your grains, but it is going to allow you to take corn off the field, put it into the dryer here, and with the aid of propane, dry it into a new fill type, dried corn, that we can then sell at a little bit of a higher profit margin to the S-marked sell point, or if the map is configured to work with dried corn, possibly other sell points, or a train sell point, because typically if the train sell points are set up properly, the train sell point is going to accept everything. Now, what is included with this mod? Well, you have three propane storage options. You have a horizontal tank, you have a single vertical tank, you have a dual vertical tank. All are going to store propane. Now, the propane vertical tanks are also going to give you the option of storing methane. All you got to do is walk up here to the exclamation mark and then toggle it over. And now you can store methane. Now you can only store methane in the vertical silos. You're not going to be able to store methane in the horizontal container. In the horizontal container, we're going to be able to store either propane or liquid fertilizer. Do the same thing. We're going to come up here to the exclamation mark. For PC players, we're going to right-click to change the labels to liquid fertilizer or propane, and left-click to change them back to propane. Now let's go ahead and take a look at all of this stuff in the build mode. So under containers, we have the vertical propane tank, $10,000 for 10,000 liter capacity. Again, this is going to store propane or methane. 20,000 liters is going to cost you $17,500 to store with the dual vertical tank. Again, this is going to store propane or methane. $40,000 liters is going to be able to be stored in this tank, a horizontal tank, and it's only going to cost you $25,000 to buy. And again, you can either configure this to store propane or liquid fertilizer, one or the other, not both at the same time. Under production, we have our corn dryer, $150,000. So this is a pretty big investment. You're going to really want to invest in drying corn in order to really make this pay off in the end. This is going to accept propane corn, and it's going to produce dried corn. It is fairly large. It does rotate 360 degrees, but it does take a fair bit of space. And then under selling points, we have the Dry Corn Addon Supermarket with dry corn, $65,000. It will take all of the normal fill types that the supermarket accepts, in addition to dried corn. And I love it when mod authors that are introducing new fill types provide a way of selling said fill types. Now, what is missing with this mod? I would like to see an official buy point. Right now, there's no way to purchase anhydrous and then transport it to one of these storage tanks without basically placing, let's say, the horizontal tank somewhere, right? Let's pretend we're going to place the horizontal tank over here. Okay, let's pretend we can put it here, right? We could place it right there, and then that could be our propane buy point. But we'd have to come over here and put propane in it first. Then we could come over and pick propane up. And then we could transport it back over here to one of our storage tanks. And that talks about the required mod that is required with this dry corn harvest. And that is the Lizard MKV Universal Tank Trailer mod. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Right here, the Lizard MKV Universal Tank Trailer Package mod. This is going to accept propane as well as all of the other various liquid fill types. It is available in 2 different formats. We have a kind of a more realistic capacity of 17,000 to 25,000 liter capacity. And then we have the MKV3, which is 30,000 to 50,000 liter capacity. Both have the ability to change the tire brand, Lizard, Trelleborg. We have design of none. You can add a tread plate to the top. Rivets, tread plate and rivets. Then we have the capacity of standard, extension middle, so $40,000, extension big, $50,000. We can change the main color. We can change the design color. And we can change the rim color. Just like that. Isn't that an attractive trailer? We also have the ability to put on a license plate. Now, for PC players, we have some other transport options. And we're going to talk about those at the end of the video. But we do have the MKV trailer, which is going to be able to transport our propane from one of these storage tanks into our production facility. We come up to the wrench. Propane is incredibly cheap. 40,000 liters of propane, $879. Sure, why not? Let's cycle this back over to propane. And it's going to be $219 for 10,000 liters. Sure, why not? Or $439 for 10,000 liters. Why not, right? It's already there. So now that we have filled our product up, over here at our production facility, this is where we're going to place our propane to unload. Then, of course, we have our unload point and our fill point for corn and dried corn. And then our interactive icon. It's going to be located right there. Now, I've already filled this up to the max. 3 million liters of corn, 50,000 liters of propane, and then we're going to be able to store 1,500,000 liters of dried corn. We take a look at our prices screen for corn. Now, this is currently set on easy. This is my mod testing save. But at any rate, we can see that we have the price anywhere between $1,040 and $1,209 for corn. Let's come down here all the way to the bottom to dried corn. And you can see that we can sell dried corn anywhere between $1,558 to $1,608 for dried corn. So it's a little bit of an upsell, not a massive upsell as compared to what we have seen maybe on some mod maps that have included things like dried corn. And then once we have processed our corn, it's pretty simple to sell it. As we might expect, we're just going to come along here. We want to fill it with dried corn. So that it looks the same. It's just got a lower moisture content to it. And we're going to load. There we go. We are making ourselves some money. Now, one thing I would like to maybe see is if we can store propane and we can store methane at the vertical tanks, why can't we use methane in the dryer? Right? I would think that that would possibly be something we could use. We could have a methane dryer to make use of methane. That would be neat as a possible add-on. Now let's come over here for the PC players. I do have a couple links down in the description below to a couple additional mods that will allow you to transport propane. And that here is the FS22 MC331 Anhydrous and Propane Tank Pack. And then we have the FS22 Anhydrous and Propane Tank Pack right there. And if you have the Anhydrous Addon mod, which is by the same mod author, then you may already have these mods, because I did have a video specifically about additional mods that you can use for the Anhydrous Addon, and these mods were included. We have the Anhydrous Bulk Trailer, and for the Anhydrous mod, then we have the Buckeye Propane Transporter. We have the Propane Bulk Trailer. Right here, we can change the rim color. 35,000 liters. We have the Pup Trailer. Again, we can change the rim color. 25,000 liters. Or the Propane Short Semi-Trailer. 25,000 liters. And then we have the MC331 Trailer Pack Anhydrous or Propane. $95,000 to buy this trailer. And again, we can change the rim color. So there you go, guys. If you are on PC, we have multiple ways of transporting propane. If you are on console, well, you have the Blizzard MKV Universal Tank Trailer Pack that you can get and transport propane. We have 3 ways of storing propane: a horizontal or 2 different vertical storage tanks. We have, of course, the dry corn dryer itself. And then if the map you are playing on does not have the ability to sell dried corn, you can always put down the supermarket that has the ability to also sell dried corn. So guys, let me know down in the comments below, what do you all think of the Dry Corn Addon mod? What changes or enhancements might you suggest to the mod author? And until next time, happy farming.